It is back to business for the auto industry as thousands of auto workers head back to the big three auto plants in Detroit. So what's going to happen with Tesla? Well, there's a lot of questions when it comes to the auto industry, and we're joined this morning with auto and transportation expert Nik Miles. And Nik, it's good to see you. You're with autoexpert.com. So let's talk about the big three, Nik. What have they done to reopen these factories?
A lot of deep cleaning. That was the first thing, guys. They went in and they got the factories ready. You can imagine a lot of these people working on the lines, and I'll give you sort of an example. Somebody putting a wheel on a vehicle, and then somebody else using a pneumatic air drill to put it on, the bolts on. So they're very close together. So Ford and GM and FCA have reevaluated how their plants work, and now they're actually getting them back to work. Face shields mandatory if you're closer than 6 feet together. So the factory's starting up again. Chicago now producing the Police Interceptor, the Explorer. They're starting to roll off the line. Second day today, day two.
What has this led the auto industry to go more automated? Have you seen a push to get rid of the human interaction because of this crisis? Has this kind of sped up that process for the auto industry?
Really good question. I don't think it's quite that instantaneous. You know, those robots, those machines take years and years of training, of practice, of using them on the line, seeing where you could insert them and those sort of things. But it's definitely put it on the table much more than it has been. Now, remember, those automation systems are very expensive as well.
If he is over.
Now, what's your insight into Tesla? We all watched Elon Musk kind of take on the higher-ups in California. Even our governor said, hey, Elon, you can bring Tesla to Colorado. What's your take on that?
Well, look, he's obviously very unhappy with what's happening in Alameda County in California. He's made this posturing for a long time that he's unhappy with the way he's been treated. And so now he's seriously in conversations with several states to relocate. The 1 and 2, Oklahoma and Texas right now on the radar. We don't really know what's happening. Elon is a little bit like our president. He says a lot, but we're not really sure what the underlying plan is here.
Sure.
So I would say in the next year, look for a relocation of Tesla.
Boy, that's interesting. All right, Nik. Now, my last question is to the consumer who may be in the market for a car. Do you go with a new car because of the potential deep discounts from the dealers, or do you shift over to a used car, or do you try and wait it out? What's your advice?
So this changes day by day, and initially I was telling everybody, you know, secondhand car, used car prices were going to drop immensely because all those rental car companies with all those cars sitting on the lots that weren't going anywhere, that weren't being rented, were going to dump those back into the market. They said they were going to do that. I haven't seen that happen yet. Prices are holding steady, but those deals like 84 months interest free and deferred, you just can't say no to that. I mean, that's like a deal of a lifetime. So I'm going to tell you, be clever in what you buy. Don't buy unnecessary amounts of tech and those sort of things. Buy the actual vehicle you need. But these deals are not going to be here forever. So you just waiting it out might be the wrong decision. Again, it changes day by day. So it looks very appetizing right now to buy a new car.
Well, Nik, we appreciate your advice. Obviously, you are with autoexpert.com, so you know the ins and outs. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
I hope you take their advice and buy a new car, because that clunker junker truck of yours has got to go. This is my opinion.
I like my truck.
It's a clunker junker.
It's paid for.
That's a good point. 8:21 on your Tuesday.